join you here at the RT Willet Park, and we tell you that it's the continuation of the Leeward Islands under 19 tournament. We have Antigua coming up against Nevis. Antigua batting first, and we just started because there were some issues with rain earlier, so we'll have to get the scores. Pushing into the offside, off for the single, chance for a run out, goes a begging. Misfielded badly there. This is what, the third over? Where you start? Up so? So they say third. That's up. No wicket's gone yet. No wicket's gone yet, right? Sound check, check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Jones will moving now from the batter tail end. Races in now to bowl. He's beaten outside the off once more. 3 consecutive deliveries. Batsman looking just a little loose here. And shoot to the keeper. Well, as Yolanda Smith comes into the attack, it seems as if we're going to have a bit more rain. We have had some rain, and the groundsman looking very busy. Wendell Micey Wallace, who would have worked really hard, he's hustling around here, trying to get the covers organized. It's in the area of Saddle Hill, and that's always a danger area. The clouds, once they're in that area, always suggest that rain will come. So Smitten, who has bowled pretty well in the local league, has been given a chance today. We noticed that Terran Webb is not on, so he's obviously not playing today. We'll ask a question about that. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Turns it into the onside. They'll get at least 1. They might even get 2. I think they'll get 2 very easily indeed. So here goes. Moves in once more to bowl. He's quietly forward into the onside. Can't score. We're having another rain break as the players come off. Well, we're going to have a resumption of play here. The rain disrupted play for an extended period, so the overs have now been reduced to 30. 5.2 have been bowled already, and now it will be a 30 over encounter. Antigua, they wouldn't have lost the wicket as yet. The umpires are already out, and it's going to be a 30 overs per side affair. Here he goes, balls once more, pull shot, struck on the body. But it's going to be Jones now, moving into bowl. Oh, that's wide. And he was reaching a long way for that. Keeper pulled it in. Here he goes once more. Moving on out to both. That's a lovely shot. He reached a long way again for that. Drove it sweetly into the offside. Stopped at the deep extra cover position. One more to the total. So here goes once more. Races in now to bowl. Full toss, driven nicely. Over to mid-off, comes across, stops it, but the single is on. Says Jones, moving in once more to bowl. Comes down hard on it, they're off for the single. So it's Jones, moving in once more to bowl. Oh, that's a no ball. A beamer, really. He took it off his face. It's going to be a free hit. Has to be a free hit. It was an awful delivery. Probably slipped out of his hand. No signal from the umpire? There's no signal from umpire Brown. Well, the umpires are closer to the action, but that definitely looked pretty high. Here goes once more, Bowes, turns it into the onside, off and running. The man at mid-wicket chases it across and picks it up, can't prevent the single. Here goes once more, races in now to bowl, turns it again. Well, this one is off the pad. The man at long leg comes across, picks it up, they'll get one. So one more to the total. The score is into the 40s for no loss. Antigua going at a pretty good clip. And we haven't seen introduction of spinners yet, so Nevis still using the medium pacers. Actually just told Ilano he's bowling too short, needs to be back of a length, not full, but not that short. So I guess he can't get it right.
Well, he will be punished if he don't learn. He's bowling from the pavilion end, and there's no adjustment in the field. It's just still 4 men on the leg side. It's a 6-4 field. 5-4 field, sorry. They're sending back third man, which I don't think was the move to have been made. The man should be at backward square short. And then you put the long leg more to his right. He runs away from the pavilion and passes umpire Somerset. Shot! Beautiful shot into the covers area. Deep cover comes around, picks up easily. A single has been had. And I'm not sure what the score would be at now, but they were 20 without last when the break came, I understand.
32 at the break.
32 at the break. They're now into over number 8.
And they're into the 40s.
So they're be 40 something now. And this should be over number 8, I believe. How many overs have they decided to play? 30 overs. So there's a task for the Antiguans to take on the challenge, and it is for the bowlers of the Nevis team to. And Martinez did put up a fight, but the Nevisians, they came good in the end with their bowling, and in the start of their batting innings they weren't running the singles. And after a while they did after the lunch and break. It was shot again, looking for what I do not know, and he pulls it into the onside, brings him up deep forward square in, and a single has been had. We will get the update on the score at some point in time. All right. Him not to be bowling short, else somebody will pick him up down in the street down by Swannies. Let's see what he will do, if he'll make any adjustment. He delivers now. He doesn't jump, but when he takes it off of his body. It's a no ball. Extra run, and nonetheless, he's going to get a free hit. So it's Delano. Runs away from the pavilion and passes the umpire Somerset. Does not have a big jump. This one, he skies it. Will he get this wicket now?
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it would have been a free hit. So he would not have been out if he was caught. But there was an opportunity for a run out which was not utilized. But that could have been had easily. Would have been just practice. But you can't afford to be making such. Right? Missed out on some runs there with a free hit. Trying to go over the top. Yes. And a shot again, but this one cramped him as he tried to pull it. It was too close to body. It's the end of the over. And Antigua batting. Trying to set a score. We understand it would be 30 overs, he said. And so the sun is out in all its glory at this point in time. And we see some construction done on the left up there, Curtis. My old park is getting smaller. I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to see how it was from the hillside straight down to the road before they leveled it up. Now it's a nice leveled playing field. Seen many a cricketer come through. There, we may see a Kitishan getting onto the West Indies team to tour England. I do hope and pray that the selectors will be in their right minds and do the right thing. His brother looks good, maybe on an A-team tour next to send South Africa, the fast bowler. So we say to the Louis brothers, congratulations on your results this year. And they have been consistent over the years, especially the bowler. And now this is a wide ball here from the spinner. Is this Mr. Manners? Oh, he's given the captaincy today. He didn't captain yesterday. And he's reputable of getting wickets. It was a very short wide ball. This one short and punished beautifully. But batsman swiveled in on his right foot and dispatched it down to deep long leg for 4. Can't afford to be doing this with the batsmen who seem to have their eye in and looking to get as much runs as possible. It's only 30 overs. They're going to want to put as much on the board for their bowlers to go at. So we'll get an update on the score. We got one Ian Tittle who is part of the management team. I don't know if he's the coach. I'm going to try and see if I get him across, Curtis, to have a chat with him. That one was a better ball. Coming to wide ball again. Wide ball again. He has come to the boundary edge to pass on some much needed information to his batters. Gonna see if I get him into my direction. Easily forward this time. Better ball for Manners. And as we're trying to get the attention of one Ian Tittle, whom I had the pleasure of seeing playing as a youngster in youth. And can we have a word with you quickly, sir, before you go away? A name of the batters first and then a quick word. Yeah.
Brent Joseph and I'm Thomas.
You are Thomas Odelmo. Odelmo Thomas, the fast bowler? Okay. All right, well, we need to get Mr. Tittle down here. Brent Joseph. Okay. I hope that's not the one with the bad voice. Huh? There's one with a bad voice, not him.
The two batsmen up there. Brent Joseph is the one down there
in
the maroon hat.
Uh-huh.
And the one is
Jose. Okay. Fast bowler Thomas. Yeah. Passed by. So.
Jose Williams, okay.
Okay, so it's Williams and Thomas. Williams in the blue helmet and Thomas in the maroon helmet. We're going to try and get somebody from the Antiguan team to give us an update until it goes Daniel, flash delivery, and it's wide. It's cut beautifully by the batsman there into the square cover area, brings the man from deep square cover onto around to his left, picks up nicely. He came in with the ball, expecting them to try and take a run on the throw, smartly too, ensuring that they stayed in their respective creases. Again, we have the two men here for the helmeted Thomas onto the boundaries, and this one was short, did not get it where he would have wanted it, the batsman. It's the end of the over. Picked up a couple of singles, but Daniel is going to have to watch his short ball. The batsman Thomas in the blue helmet seemed to be the aggressor of the two. Here comes Manners. Nice delivery. Brings the batsman in Williams forward, and there is no run. We're going to have to try and get the score for us, please. Yeah. He's bowling from the southern end. Saw him bowl in a couple of matches and bowl pretty well. Short. That is what he's going to have to run away from. At times he bowls a little too short and it went down the leg side. Wide signal by umpire Oscar Brown. Goes, flashes delivery, tucks it off the legs, nicely shot played into the onside, brings the man from deep square leg who picks up cleanly. A single has been had, and so Antigua score moves on by 1. And they have not lost a wicket, I understand. We're playing 30 overs in this particular game because of rain that affected time, and so they had to reduce. On to the back foot he goes. This was a short delivery coming through fast, but he got on top of it, played it, found a backward point in position, and there's no run. There's still no slip. There's a backward point, extra cover, man down on the long off boundary. And this one nicely played into the air. Will he be out? No, it eluded the man at the short backward point, that backward square area in young Daniel. If he was a little bit taller, he might have been able to reach it, but they've taken a single. He tried a sweep shot. That was Thomas. And now Williams is going to face up. But the intent was there playing the sweep shot, but he got it over the fielder's head. Shot and onto the back foot, but he's pushing it through, came onto the batsman rather quickly. He dropped it down in front of him. Now he shadows a shot of play. I should have played it off my body into the onside. So there's a long on, straight mid-wicket shot, a man deep mid-wicket, a man down on the backward square leg boundary, and we have a forward man here at the short fine leg area. Ball is tucked into his area, and they've run a quick single, and there is no run. Could you get your Roberts in the red helmet and Joseph is in the blue? Daniel flies a delivery, comes off the inner portion of the bat, and it goes into the onside. Single has been had. The beauty about the Antiguans that they're running their singles rather smartly.
They're showing an urgency. It seems as if there's a message out that we're picking up every single run. So they're sneaking some singles, actually. The fielding team a little lethargic.
That is true. Well, they started it even before the message went out there. So it is Daniel. We need to get the overs. Thank you. And play it into the onside, very straight, short mid-wicket. Yes, sir. So Joseph is batting, and he's in the blue helmet. In goes Daniel to bowl to batsman Joseph. Sharp delivery, pushed through quickly. He just stood in his ground and just tapped it in front of him. Daniel is using his head here, and nice. Seemed to think about what he's going to be bowling. He's slighted delivery and going for a hoik. Misses it completely. Was the batsman there? And Roberts. Joseph is in the red. I hope we have not gotten it mixed up. Daniel seemed to be a very cheeky bowler. Short, diminutive, skips as he goes in and comes bring the batsman forward, getting a little bounce there. Batsman could only play it in front of him. Nice over from him. And it brings to the end how many overs and what's the score? Okay, we're going to get that update from Sterling Marshall and the standby here. Wide ball. Getting some bounce and turn, but he needs to ensure that his line and length is right in terms of bowling more on offside and outside off. This one is pitched up. Batsman plays it off his pad straight. And there is no run. It's Leeward Islands under 19 cricket, played here both in St. Kitts and Nevis. We are looking at the match Nevis versus Antigua. Antigua batting, and he's onto the back foot. Wow, escaped. The ball seemed to be going down leg side and a little high too. But a good ball there from Manners. He has on his captaincy hat today. And he's going to want to show lead his team with some good bowling onto the back foot. This one was pushed through. Wideish mid-off fields, and there is no run. You've got a long off, wideish mid-off, extra cover, backward point, and we've got a long on, man at deep mid-wicket, deep square, straight mid-wicket, and a man here in the short area into the more wideish long leg. This one misfield by the bowler himself. Batsman looking to get a second run, but they ran quickly for the first, and so one has been added to the score. We're trying to get the updates for you. Antigua batting have not lost a wicket It's a 30 over encounter due to interruption by rain. Here's man a shot, looking to pull it into the onside. It struck the batsman either on the shoulder or on the helmet. 54 without loss. 64. 12 point to the overs. Good going. At 5 point. Joe punches into the offside. Beautiful shot. 4 runs. From the time it left the bat, it was nicely placed. And only to run and retrieve was the man there at cover. So Joseph, I think that's the one that played the shot. He's on 42. All right. Roberts 13. 69.
69 for no loss.
The projected score here is 159. 13 overs gone. Daniel get pushing the man back there. That's Joseph. And that's Roberts. He's on 13. And from 33 balls, Joseph on 42 from 47 balls with 6 fours. Batting beautifully. And it's Daniel goes in. Lighted delivery. Brings the man. Joseph. That's Roberts forward. He's into his 4th over. That's Daniel into his 3rd over. So 4 runs off of 2.1 overs thus far. And Roberts, who is receiving from Daniel from the northern end. And he's onto the back foot trying to pace the field. Good stop, but not cleanly, but very effectively, and restricted them to a single. So Roberts goes on. Now he's in the red helmet onto 14. And the score should advance to 70, I believe. So we'll wait and see as the live stream comes through. Will give us the update accordingly. Here's Daniel, flighted delivery, plays it back. The bowler fields to his own bowling. Effectively, but not cleanly. But nonetheless, there's no run had. So young Randre Daniel in his 3rd over. Goes away from the pavilion and passes umpire Somerset. Delivers flatter delivery and plays it into the air. Came off the edge, and so it took it away from the fielder, which was safe for him. But had he gotten it cleanly, I'm sure it would have gone straight into that fielder's hand. And they ran beautifully. It got 2 runs, and so the score has gone on. I'm seeing 70 here. That should be, for Joseph, should have gone on now to 44. And good afternoon, Muntu. How are you? You come to support the youth as usual, from days of old. All right, it's the end of Randre's Daniel.
And they already have 70 from 14, 72 from 14. You could at least double that safely and then add another 20 or 30 runs. So I would say probably 170 the way they're looking. They're showing a kind of urgency here.
Yes, let's see if that approach will continue. Manners is going to be picking up the attack. The new bowler now. Prentice goes off the edge, trying to guide it into the offside. It came off the face of the bat, more of the outer edge, and they ran 2. So the score would move on to 74. We're into over number 15. So there's a change in bowling. Prentice is bowling some off spinners, and he's bowling from the southern end. Passes umpire Oscar Astrid Brown. Plays it back. The bowler does not feel cleanly, and that's not good. They need to be tight, and the batsman capitalized upon that misfield and took a run. So the score should advance to 75. We're into over number 15. 75. Joseph is on 44 facing. Roberts is on 16. Comes forward, drops it in front of him. Lovely cricket. And hustling through was the man Roberts to support Joseph there. A nice quick single. He dropped it in front of him and took off for the run. And the non-striker came to rather quickly. And he was home safe. The division fielders seem to be a little lackadaisical. They're going to have to be a little bit more urgent in their approach to their fielding. They're not walking in looking to save that single. They're going to have to ensure they do that. And that would help them in any cause to perhaps effect a run out, seeing that the batsmen are looking for any way they can pick runs up. The long off comes in now, 3/4 of the way from the boundary. So more of a mid off. Short, you have an extra cover straight, extra square cover, backward point. Flatter delivery this time, he opens the face of the bat deliberately, comes down to the third man area. The man from backward point looking to get the second run, but wisely stopped by his batsman there. That was Joseph. Roberts, nice, moving on to 18. So Joseph is the man who's going to be facing up now. He's on 45. He ensured that his batsman stayed in his ground as he was looking, rightly so, for a second run, but it was fielded quickly and thrown back on to the offside. Okay, this time the bowler fields cleanly and there is no run. The aggressor is the man himself who is on 45. Gone off, my brother. Nice ball. Let's see. This one is played into the offside from the bowling of Daniel, and there is no run. So we've got 77 without loss from 15 overs. The Drew, nicely played, beautifully well timed, comes overhead here. Lovely shot indeed from the man in the red helmet, which is Roberts. He moves now on to 24. Joseph remains on 45. He's a non-striker, but a lovely shot, beautifully timed. Some adjustment has been made to the field. We have now got long on, long off, straight mid-wicket, a deep mid-wicket, 3/4 of the way to the boundary, and a wideish fine leg, more of a long leg. The score advances to 83, 15.3 overs. Played back to the bowler. He does not feel cleanly, and they have used this opportunity so many times in picking up on the misfields. The score now advances to 84 in the 16th over. So Roberts have gone on to 24. Joseph, who is in the blue helmet, is on 45 from 53. He has got 6 fours. Roberts has got 24 from 41 with 1-6. Righted delivery, drives beautifully into the offside, brings the man from long off. He slides in the interim trying to field the ball, and they have capitalized upon that misfield, and there is 2 runs had. And so the man Joseph goes on to 48, and the score advances to 85. Into the 16th over. Daniel goes away, passes umpire Summers, flatter delivery onto the back foot. He punches it into the gap. Will the man catch it? He comes around from deep square cover, and he picks it up beautifully and sends the return in quickly. And they have had 2 runs, so the score advances now to 88.
Is that his 50?
No, should be. Trying to get Sterling's phone back onto stream. Gone on to status. It is Daniel into bowl to Joseph. That's Roberts. He plays it beautifully in front of him, and there is no run. So 88 it is, and the 16th over. Joseph is on 49. Roberts is on 25. Roberts is the non-striker. Daniel goes away from us. Into bowl 2. The batsman plays it square. And he stuck his foot out. That's his 50. That's Joseph. He's gotten his 50 in 56 balls with 6 fours. And that brings to the end the 16th over. The score is on 89 until we get an update. Projected score here is 168. Curtis Morton says 170 plus, which I do agree with him at the rate these Antiguan batsmen are going. And they have not lost a wicket. So it tells me, Curtis, that the way they are going, whoever is going to be coming in is going to be more of an aggressor than any of these others.
And based on the statistics I've seen so far, there's a Cornwall still to bat. And Cornwall would have made some runs in the previous game. So if he's anything like Raheem Cornwall, we could see... Wilden Cornwall, we could see certainly a bit of up-tempo. Lovely shot to the upside once more. These guys are batting very sensibly and well.
And running beautifully too. That's 2 runs. So that takes the score on to 91. And that was played by the man Joseph himself. Goes on to 52. So 52 without loss. 52 to Joseph. And 91 without loss. Here comes the man Morton it is, and it's pulled beautifully into the onside, more of a sweep shot, half sweep, and it is just 1 run. They're limited to. Nice fielding there by the fielder on the boundary, coming around, and the score should be 92. It's showing me now it should be 93. Single has been had since that, and Joseph would be on 54. Roberts in the red helmet is on 25. He receives from the bowler from the flighted delivery, comes off the outer portion of the bat, but the man at backward point fields beautifully, and there is no run. So that's Prentice, who is bowling his second over. 8 runs has gone off of him already. Daniel has had 4 overs for 19 runs. Here comes Prentice from the southern end, passes umpire Brown, like the delivery, and should have been a catch. It came off the bottom portion of the bat, but it eluded the fielder, the bowler who was advancing to his right. It went over the umpire. Umpire had to take evasive action, and so they have gotten another run. And so the batsman in Roberts has gone on to let's just see. We're 16.1 overs. Yes. And yep. That was played by the man who is in the red helmet. That is Roberts. He is on 26. Joseph remains on 53. We're into over as Morton comes. That's Prentice. Straight back, field ball, but bowler feeling cleanly to his own bowling. It brings to the end let's see what over we are in. But the score remains on 93 without loss, Antigua, and we are looking at a projected score of 168. How many overs we are seeing here? 94 without loss. Looking for the overs now. So 17 overs, 94 without loss. Daniel continues. He's going to be bowling his 5th over. Sweeping, appeal going up, the ball be going down the leg side, and there is no run. We have got 14 extras. Joseph is on 54, he's receiving, and Roberts is on 26. Now they're straight. Hit it beautifully, a nice ball, nice bounce, and the fielder effecting good. Just limited them to a single, and that would be Joseph going on to 55. The score advances to 95, and Antigua continues to roll, taking them singles, looking to get the odd boundary as they bat along. Here is Daniel in his fifth over, flatter delivery. Easily comes forward Roberts and plays it in front of him. Roberts remains on 26. Extras are 14. The score is 95 without loss. So far in terms of the bowling, as Daniel goes in, sweeping, square, into the mid-wicket boundary, got it beautifully into the gap. The man from deep mid-wicket running around, can't stop it, and so the score goes on to 99. Brent Joseph, he is on fifth at 63, I think he would be, 59. So far we had Andre Jones, 4 overs for 17 runs. That's 11 runs. It was Freeman, who had 2 overs for 25 runs. Smitten, 2 overs for 12 runs. Manners has gotten 3 overs for 15 runs. Ranjay Daniel, 4.2 overs. He's into his 5th for 20 runs. And Denroy Prentice, 2 overs, 10 runs. That's the situation at the moment. The score has gone on to 100. 100 without loss. Antigua batting in the 18th over. It's the end of the 18th over. 100 without loss, with Joseph on 55 and Roberts on 31. In trying to get as many runs as possible, he is looking to go straight back over the head of the bowler. He remains on 31, and that's Prentice, who should have had a ball and caught. He's into his 3rd over. The score is 100 without loss. This time he's sweeping uppishly, and it brings the man there a short fine. Around, a single has been had, goes on to 101. That's Roberts, he moves on to 32, and Joseph is on 55, according to the update I have right here. Should be updated shortly, following the web. And so here is Prentice, flatter delivery this time, guided nicely around, but no run has been had. The fielder was a little bit more urgent. And this is something we need to see in the fielding of the Nevisians. They're pretty much down. I don't know, there's no spirit, there's no encouragement to each other. This comes nicely up in the face of the bat there. The batsman brings backward point around, quickly stops, and he retrieves quickly, and the score goes on to 102. That would be Joseph now on to 56. Roberts on 32 will be now receiving from Prentice. He's bowling from the southern end. Here comes Prentice. Into bowl to the man pushes it into the offside looking for the run, but fielder there at extra cover comes around quickly, and there is no run.
I'm wondering about this field setting. No slip, no short third. Lots of spaces here in the offside for singles, even twos.
Yes, and the Antiguans are trying to capitalize on that. You see them opening the face. This one, he got it a little bit squarer, brings extra cover, that square cover around. But they had a single, ran on the shot. There was Roberts, and the score now advances to 103. Roberts should be on 33 at the end of the over. At the end of the 19th over. So, 102.
Pretty good clip. The Antigua Barbuda team has started very well indeed. Impressive batting, impressive running between the creases. Nevis, they look a little lackluster, a little down as you indicated. There's no hype out there, there's no hub, there's no bubble. I guess if they get a wicket, that might change, but for the moment, you're wondering when that wicket will come.
That is true, Curtis. Daniel continues. He might be bowling perhaps the maximum amount of overs. He's into his 6th. Right, a delivery, hit into the gap. Will it go to the boundary? The man from long on comes around, collects it now, and they've had 2 runs. And so the batsman hitting his pad. That's Roberts, figuring that he should have gotten a boundary from that. He moves on now to 30. Is this 39, is it? Driven beautifully, brings the man at long off. Around this time, and just a single had the score advances to 105 and 35. Roberts is on. Striker now will be facing is Brent Joseph. He has 56. Jose Roberts and Brent Joseph are the opening batsmen for Antigua Barbuda. Swan hits it hard and high. Another 6. This time it's Joseph hitting the 6. And Roberts had one before. Now Joseph hitting the 6. Oh, the crowd sending up their various comments. And the score, I'm sure, will go on by that to 112. Andre Daniel into bowl to Joseph. Slapped it beautifully into the offside, brings the man from deep cover around to his right. And so the score goes on to 63 for Joseph and for Antigua on to 113 without loss. The way Antigua is batting, it surprises me that they would have lost matches before, because they're batting very sensibly. There's nothing in the wicket. Yes, it's a good batting strip, but the bowlers are going to have to bowl to contain them. Flatter deliveries onto the back foot, did not get it where he would have wanted it. He did not make enough room to get it square. He was looking to play it square. It's the end of over number 20, I think. And Curtis, the Antiguans are showing by intent that they want to get on with it.
And I've changed my projected score. They're going to make 200 the way they're going right now. Nevis would have to be sweating to get over 200 runs for victory. I think they can, but they need to tighten up on this fielding effort. They need to try to reduce the score as much as possible. Show some more urgency.
Joseph in the blue helmet. Prentice comes past umpire Oscar Brown. Flatter delivery, Joseph comes forward easily, looking to hustle a single, but the wicketkeeper was on his P's and Q's this time, moving out pretty quickly, hustling and stopping that single, because they've been dropping them and running. And so too was the backward point. He was looking to get in there this time, up in the face of the bat. Backward point is the field that has been doing a lot of work, and he has been very aggressive in his fielding, stopping the singles, because they've been looking to open the face of the bat to run it down into the gaps. There goes Prentice from the southern end into bowl to Joseph. He plays this into the offside there, and there is no run. Joseph remains in the 60s, and this is the 21st over. It should be bowling, I think. It is the man himself. Prentice comes in to bowl to Joseph, and he plays it in front of him back down to the bowler, and there is no run. Better over this time around. I've kept the Antiguan batsmen quiet, and the score remains on 113. Pulled it into the gap, into the onside. Deep square, comes around to his left, and he has gone on. That's Joseph. Joseph has gone on to 64. The score is on 114. 114, we're into the 21st over. Here comes Prentice. Into ball to Roberts this time. Foolish delivery, trying to get a Yorker, but he came down hard on it, got it straight back to the bowler. A much better over from Prentice, just one run had off of him. And Curtis, that's a much quieter over.
Well, if Nevis can continue to tighten it up like that, I'll have to go back to the 170, because right now it's 114. 114, 21 overs completed means that there are only 9 overs left. We'll see what transpires.
In that long leg area to mid, this one plays it easily into the offside, a short delivery. And one I thought that could have been dispatched, but I think Joseph was a little bit too relaxed. So let's see what will happen. He's on 64, receiving from Wilkinson. That delivery tries to place it into the onside, sweeping, half sweep, half square, but came off of the pad, going down the leg side, and so another extra has been had. The score goes on to 115. We're into over number 22. 115 without loss. Antigua Barbuda. In goes Wilkinson, the new bowler. Polish delivery, drives beautifully. Roberts runs on the shot, brings the man from long off around to field, and another single has been had. The score advances to 116, and Roberts goes on to 37. In goes Wilkinson. In to bowl to Joseph. Shot. Joseph looks to slap it square, comes off the outer portion of the bat. The momentum carries it into the boundary for 4. You could see the intention was to hit it hard through that square combo area, but it came off the outer portion of the bat and ran away to the boundary.
Frankie again, no slip in place, not even a short third man. That lots of open acreage there. They're asking for trouble, the Nevis team. They need to make a readjustment to the field setting.
Definitely. And still no adjustment. It's a backward point. Clear cover. Extra cover, long off, long on. Man deep on the mid-wicket boundary. And there's a straight mid-wicket. This time a short, slower delivery. Batsman missed, looking to play it into the offside square. So you've got deep square leg and a short, long leg. Wilkinson, flatter delivery this time. Flashing hard was Joseph. And it brings to the end the over. Joseph remains on 68, and it is over number 22 that has been completed. Sorry, Roberts is on 37. That very closely. Here comes Prentice in flighted delivery, driven beautifully, finds the man who has been brought in 2/3 of the way from the boundary. He's 2/3 of the way in. That's 1/3 behind him. So he's covering that space where they will not get a single. They need a boundary. They'll have to go right or left of him or over his head. He started delivering this time, swept into the onside, brings the man from deep mid-wicket off the boundary. Another single has been had. And so Antigua and Barbuda, they go on to 121 without loss. The bowlers bowling at the moment. It's Prentice. He's into his 5th over. Had 15 runs off him up thus far, and Wilkinson 1 over for 5 runs. Prentice is coming in from the southern end. Into bowl, hits it beautifully into the gap. Will it go? Will it came around, he's collected it beautifully. Nice fielding there from the man down on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Came around to his left, picked it up nicely, but they have had 2 runs. Nice shot with the intention of going into the gap between the long off. And the score goes on now to 123. 123 it is. Joseph goes on to 70. And it is Prentice. Will he alter his line and length? I thought it was good. The man at the mid-wicket comes around to his left a little bit more. Here comes Prentice. Foolish delivery. It's time. Swept all along the ground. Straight to the man down at deep square. Collects cleanly. And 1 run has been had, and so advancing to 69, should be about 70. I think I'm ahead. The system I'm waiting on will bring it up, but at the moment that's another run to Joseph, so let's give him 69 at the moment. Let's see, Prentice over the wicket, and hit back past the bowler, looking to get into the gap, but unfortunately for him, long on is there, misfields, and allows them to get 2 runs. And so he goes now on to 73. That's 40 to Roberts, who was the one facing. 71 it is for Roberts, which I was correct with. And we're in to over number 23. Prentice. It's 124 without loss. Antigua Barbuda. Roberts facing. He's in on 40. Sweeping. Bringing the man from short, fine there. That's on the 45 as the new position given by these young commentators around the world. And he has gone on to 41. And that's Roberts. It's the end of the 23rd over. And the score is 127, yes. 127 without loss. Again, Antigua looking to take the challenge.
An observation, Frankie. The Nevis team, they look a little lackluster. I'm wondering, playing cricket consecutively 3 days, do you think that's taking a toll? And if so, if you say yes, then how come the Antiguans still look so fleet-footed between the creases?
That is true, and all teams have played all the days. So perhaps it's a mindset. Perhaps it's maybe not putting themselves into the right atmosphere to take the challenge through. As we await for the 24th over to start, it is Wilkinson. He'll be bowling to the man. Roberts pulls it into the onside, finds the man there at that wideish long on area, and a single has been had. The score goes on to 125. We're into over number 25, I think. Perhaps over 24. Wilkinson goes away, passes umpire Summerson, flattish delivery, and Joseph plays it into the offside, runs on the stroke. It's another single, and there is another run had. So the score, I'm moving on to about 126. We will get that updated for you. Wilkinson bowling as tight as he could, just restricting them. Been picking up singles in the interim though. Short, and looking to pull this one was Roberts. He brings the man off the deep mid-wicket boundary, and they're running two. Beautiful running indeed. Beautiful running. Yes, there's a touch and go in terms of getting that second run. He touched and turned back right away, but the young man fielding in the deep mid-wicket boundary got it in quickly, but the batsmen were too fast for him. The score advances to 131 without loss. We're in over number 24. (131) without loss. We're in over number 24. It looks like these two batsmen are going to bat through. Short, looking to play it to the offside this time was Roberts, and he missed it completely. It went through to the keeper. Wilkinson trying to keep it right and tight, making the Antiguans work for their runs, and rightly so too. He's bowling number 24. This one, he got on top of it. That's Roberts. Clear cutting it and gets another single. Score goes on to over 132. We are in almost to the end of over number 24. Wilkinson is the man bowling, and he's bowled 1.3 overs already. Prentice has bowled 5 overs. David this time he gets under it, hits it beautifully. One bounce into the boundary for 4. And the umpires are waiting, but it looks like one bounce from our advantage point. So the score goes on to 136, and it's the end of over number 24. 136 without loss, Antigua Barbuda in this 30 over encounter.
The batsman score, individual score.
Individual scores, we've got Roberts, who have just hit a 4. He's on 45 from what's been given, if this 4 is included. If not, he'll be on 49. Joseph, who's going to be facing, is on 72.
And a wonderful partnership. What I've noticed with Roberts is that he's not trying to outrace his partner who is ahead of him, but he's also scoring at a pretty good clip. If he's not scoring boundaries, he's scoring singles on a regular basis. So he's not way behind in terms of scoring. His score might sound way behind his opening partner, but the balls that he has faced, he's making use of them, and he's batting really well.
Beautifully indeed. 45 he's on, 1614. That's Joseph now, who's going to be facing up, is on 76. He has had 8 4s and 1 6. 76 from 81 balls, 8 4s, 1 6. Roberts 45 from 66 balls, 1 4, 1 6. The score is moving up rapidly, and it's gone on to 136 at the end of the 24th over. 6 overs to go, and there is a change in bowling from the far end. Light brown is going to be the new bowler, replacing 20'S. And with 6 overs to go, still no slip cut, is a backward point, square cover, man not on the cover boundary. Something is wrong here. Rather odd feel to me, but I think another man should be in the offside. But we've got a wideish mid-off and a long off. We've got a long on, a straight mid-wicket, a man forward of square, a man at short long leg, and turns it into the onside to that long leg fielder, and they have gone for a quick single. The score advances to 138, and the fielder down on the deep mid-wicket boundary. And now square leg goes out deep mid-wicket goes more to his left, and the man at the long leg boundary was about to go to the full area, but they have brought him in back onto the 45, as is the new position they give the man at the short long leg area. Flattish delivery and hits it. Oh, he did not get under it. Actually, he slipped in trying to play the shot. He's picked up a single anyhow, brought the man from long on off the boundary, and he goes on to 77. That's Joseph. He is in the blue helmet for those who are here and watching and listening. And Roberts is on 46. He is in the red helmet. Plays it easily. Not going for the single this time because the fielder is in the way. But he's the one who has been mainly looking to play soft hands where necessary and hit hard to pick the boundaries up when it's needed. It is light brown. Short delivery onto the pads, plays it into the onside, comes around, the ball missed the hand but caught the leg. The second line of defense of the fielder at long leg, short long leg, and the single has been had. The batsmen are actually looking to turn over the weight as much as possible. I'm losing my touch here. Marshall, it plays into the offside. Looking any time for a run, and it was not had because the fielder was quickly in trying to retrieve the ball. But that is the idea of the Antiguan batsmen. Wherever possible, they look to get the run. And we get a change in trajectory here from the bowler. He's going around the wicket. 140 it is, light brown. He's gone around the wicket to bowl to the man himself. Macefield Nisbet, one of the trainers here. It's gone. Oh, got through there quickly. I thought he was gone, Curtis.
There is the error again. He had to run from backward of point across to third man, and they'll always be looking for a single in that gap. And he is going to throw it the right hand. He had to make the adjustment to pick it up with the left hand and then throw. He would always have been a little late. These two batsmen, to me, are outsmarting the Nevis field.
That is so true. 141 it is at the end of 25 overs without loss. And they are looking to get 5 more overs in the Antiguan batsmen and to pick up as many runs as possible. Yeah. It's Wilkinson. He's going into bowl to the batsman in Joseph, the blue helmeted Joseph. He's on 78, and Roberts, the non-striker, is on 47. The score 141 without loss, Antigua Barbuda. It is Wilkinson passes umpire Somerset. Flattish delivery down the leg side, trying to help it around. There was the man himself. It's running away to the boundary. Outfield is a bit slow from the rain that fell earlier. Became a bit sluggish. The score moves on to 143, and it runs, and so wides. Oh, so 3 more goes on to 144. Okay, I thought it came off the bat, but he had the right idea of helping the ball around. Went down the leg side. It is Wilkinson. Really correct that. In to bowl to the man Just hit 78, he's on, strokes it into the onside, brings a deep backward big square leg off the boundary, and they've had 2 runs. He moves on to 78. The score goes on to 145 without loss in the 26th over. Losing his line and length there, Wilkinson had been bowling quite tight before, and it is a situation where he's got to correct that. Flatter delivery, flashing and missing there was the batsman in Joseph. Wow, he went at it hard. Had he gotten connected, that one would have sped off to the boundary. The score remains on 146. We are in over number 26. The third ball. Here. This time he gets under it, and again, it's another 6. You could bring the Macajumbies on the stilts. They couldn't have reached that one. Beautifully timed, beautifully executed by the batsman Joseph. He goes into the 80s, and the score goes on to 150. 150 without loss, Curtis.
Made the error to just loop that one up teasingly, and the batsman took on the challenge, despite the fact that Amari Jones is right on the rope here at long on. As you indicated, he would have needed stilts for that. Certainly hit well. These two guys, they look pretty small in stature, but they pack a good punch.
Yes. When they hit it well. Nicely timed. Nicely timed. A message I'm sure is going to go out to score 100 if it's allowed by the umpire. And it does so because it's pretty hot. And they are getting that message that was sent out. Projected score goes up to 180, Curtis.
Well, I did indicate 170. Earlier I had said 200 plus, but I think it would be more between 170, 175.
Well, 153 is the present score. 153 in the 26th over. It's 86 to Joseph and 47 to Roberts. Joseph is facing Wilkinson. Flashish delivery, comes on it again this time. Will he be taken? And lovely shot, lovely cut, lovely catch. Brilliantly caught there by the man who had been awaiting it. But you could see the intention of the Antiguan batsman was to up the momentum, up the score in the terms of aggression. And so Joseph goes for 86, I think.
I think he threw away 100 there. He had already hit a 6 in the over. I think he got a little carried away. No respect at all for the Nevis bowling. And this time he didn't time it as well as the previous one and hit it straight down to Jones.
Jones took a beautiful catch, collapsing as he took it. Yes, very good indeed. Give them a round of applause. Well batted, young man. It's Joseph as he goes back to the pavilion. Gone for 86, batted beautifully. Had some first wicket. And it is 153. 153. So we have got it gone. So Wilkinson has picked up the wicket. Yeah, we see a left-hander. Who's that new batsman? Who's the new batsman?
I have to check on the app. Sorry.
Waiting on the update, and it's Cornwall. Wilden Cornwall Jr. I called his name earlier. A nice all-rounder who played for Antigua Barbuda and Leeward Islands. Wilden Cornwall Jr. Medium pacer, fine batsman. But his dad was a right-hander, and he's left-handed. Wilden Cornwall Jr. has replaced Joseph, and he's about to receive his first ball.
And from what I've heard, Frankie, you have to look out down here.
Okay, so he seemed to be one of the aggressive batsmen and has been the leading run taker, I think, run getter. Wicket taker too. All right, so all-round performance inherited from Daddy. Wilden Cornwall Jr. as he faces Wilkinson. Oh, flashing and missing. Going outside the off stump, it's a wide delivery. And so the score advances to 154 for 1. Antigua Barbuda in over number 154 for 1. An adjustment been made into the offside. We have got a wideish third man, square cover, a man at short extra cover, a man down on the deep cover boundary, a man on the long off boundary. Again, it's a wide ball, pushing it through Wilkinson, not looking to direct it on the stumps, and so ended up in bowling another wide. The score goes on to 155. To complete the fielding, it's long on, straight mid-wicket, a man deep on the mid-wicket boundary. And this one hit into the offside square, brings the man from this square, the offside of the cover boundary, and they've picked up 2 runs, so he's off the mark from his third delivery, first official, having received 2 wides before, and the score goes on to 156. So Cornwall is off the mark with 2 runs, and Antigua Barbuda going on to 157. 2 wides before this 2 run which was had. Off again out to the off stump. This one seemed to have been closer enough, but 157 it is for 1 in over number 26. Wilden Cornwall Jr., a left-hander, is facing Wilkinson, right arm off spinner, gets onto it. This time he waited to try and direct it to the right of that field, that back square cover, and it only ended up in going straight to the man. It's the end of the 26th over, 157 for 1. Cornwall showing some intentions there. Looks good in shaping up.
And like I said, I've heard that he packs a pretty mean punch as well. So seems as if he has. I think he was not originally set to bat at number 3, but I think they need a couple of big hits at this point. The overs are running out, and the man to do it, they feel, is Wilden Cornwall Jr.
It is Light Brown. Light Brown comes into ball to the right-handed Roberts, who strokes it back past the bowler, brings the man from long off the boundary. Single has been had, goes on to 158 for 1. Brings the left-handed Wilden Cornwall down. So there's a left-hand, right-hand combination. Adjustments have been made. And
Roberts must be pretty close to a half century.
Yes, he is on 47. 47, it's Roberts. 48 now from 70 balls, 1-4-1-6. Just to show you how well he has been running between the wickets. Left-handed Wilden Cornwall up to face his 4th ball. That's 2 runs already. He's facing Light Brown, who comes from the southern end. Flatter delivery. He gets under it, but it only can end up going sky high. And the bowler himself calls for it, takes it. So the intention that Curtis had mentioned was for them to get some big hits. He did not connect cleanly, came off the bottom of the bat, was stretching for that actual ball, which was pushed through by Light Brown. And so Cornwall departs for 2, and message is going to go out again. No, this for Nevis now. Seem to have gotten a little spunk.
Well, I think what's happening here is that normally we say 1 brings 2. But the intention was clear. Cornwall went out there with an intention to swing and swing big. That one just didn't come off. He had to reach for that one. The timing was way off, got the top edge of the bat, and he's back in the hut. I'm not too sure if the other batsman is that kind of a batsman or this is the original number 3. But I think the intention would be clear that they'll be trying to go after the bowling.
Athanase, I was just going to talk about an Antiguan cricketer with that kind of walk. I thought of Ralston I thought of John Archibald, but it's Athanase. Yes, his dad got him while he was here. He's gone back to Antigua, I understand, but his mum is from Bath Village, I understand. And his grandfather, who from Brown Hill, lives in Bath. If he has moved, comes to see his grandson. It's a right-handed batsman, young Athanase. I understand he's an all-rounder as well. So he'll be facing Light Brown. And Light Brown did the right thing. He called for it, took the catch in the middle of the wicket. Called for it himself, which I think was the right thing to do. So he's now going back over the wicket to bowl to the right-handed Athanase. Goes onto the back foot, playing and missing. So another wicket has gone. Light Brown followed Wilkinson in picking up 1. And so he's got his own. Onto the back for the ball is keeping a little bit low, and this could be dangerous for the Nevision batsman.
But Athanaze is backing away completely. Too much. He's doing a lot too much here.
Let's see. Flighted deliveries onto the front foot now, punching it past the bowler, picks up a single, and it goes on. The score goes on to 159 for 2 here in over number 27. So Athanaze is off the mark. Roberts is still there, and Roberts, he himself has batted beautifully throughout the time for Antigua Barbuda, and he is in the 47. Flat delivery, light brown, pushing it into the offside beautifully. There were Roberts running on the stroke as he picks up. I think that should be 50 or it's gone to 49. We'll wait and see. About 160 now it is for 2. Yes, it's 160 for 2. It's the end of over number 26 and number 27. Let me see correctly here. Number 27. And it's 160, I think it's for 2. I'm trying to get the individual scores back up. 49 will be facing. Athanaze on striker is on 1. Antigua Barbuda, 160 for 2. We're into over number 28. So 3 overs to go. Curtis, they're nearing your score. The projected score shown here is 177. The run rate is 5.9. It would be if the score reaches 277. So we are waiting to see what happens. Played it into the offside, the man had short, extra cover there, fields, and there is no run. Right idea of taking the ball up to take the challenge to the batsman. It is Roberts in the typical Antiguan language. Yeah, Antigua Barbuda 160 for 2. Shot into the offside, running under the shot as per usual. A wonderful 50. Wonderful 50. He has batted beautifully, has been running beautifully between the wickets. So 50 it is from 72 balls, 1416 to Jose Roberts of Antigua Barbuda. And we have Joaquin Athanaze. He's going to be facing now. He's on 1. So let's see what will be the approach of Athanaze. Takes his guard now, and 6. The bowler who goes away from us is LeSean Weeks. Onto the pads of Athanaze, tucks it into the onside. We'll wait to see whether or not it was bat or pad. And yes, it is runs. So Athanaze moves on to 2. The score goes on to 162 for 2. We are in over number 28. Weeks goes away. The ball, and did not get under it, but you could see the intention. He was looking to get under it to play it into that mid-wicket area, where there's a big gap, yawning gap between this long on and the deep mid-wicket. Only a single has been had. He moves on to 50 the momentum by getting some huge hits in for his team. Weeks into both. Athanaze comes nicely forward, plays it beautifully, as they say, textbook style, and runs on the stroke. He picks up a single, and he goes on to 2. They score 28. Weeks runs away from the pavilion and passes umpire Somerset, bowls, and again. I think he's trying to hit it a little too hard and getting 2 runs though, running beautifully. I believe he should look to time it a little bit more. He did not get under it because the ball was up. So he had no time to get under it. It was quick on him, and they've had 2 runs. It's the end of the over from Weeks. The score goes on to 167. Should be 167 at the end of over number 28. And the same projected score is shown, but at the end of Weeks this is over. We have got 6 runs off of it, and 167, I think it is, for 2 over number 28. Point. We've got a straight mid-wicket to complete the onside, and soft dismissal. Light brown, pushing it up onto the pads of Athanaze, looking to play, and to me playing a little bit too casual, just struck it into that short mid-wicket area, as I indicated just before, to complete the onside field. The long on came in, shook his hand, and so Athanaze is gone. Antigua Barbuda have lost their 3rd wicket.
Well, that was a good catch by Daniel. He anticipated well, he moved well to his right, fell over, held on to it. Lovely catch.
Nice, and it was straightforward, but I noticed the fielders these days, when they take a catch, even if it's straight in the lap, they tend to roll. They get down off their haunches and get down on the ground and roll to make it look as if it was so difficult when it was an easy catch, straight to him. It was like a Guyanese name, Indianish name. He has gone to the wicket to replace Athanaze. He's a right-handed batsman, short man as well. Plays it nicely into the onside, strokes it, brings the man from long on off the boundary, and a single. He's gotten off the mark already. That's Pereira, and the score goes on to 167. There's a little breeze blowing across the grounds now, so it should be nice for the Nevis batsmen when they go to bat. But the northern end of the strip is keeping a little bit loquacious. That is cause for concern. Light brown, waiting to bowl to Roberts, who has been there from the beginning. He's on 53, not out. Goes onto it this time. He gets it to the left of the man there in Daniel. Brings the man to his right from long on. And as per usual, he's running magnificently between the wickets. He goes on to 55, and the score advances to 169. 169 for 3. Regardless of where he hits the ball, he's running hard. So he's always able to turn the ones into twos. And that's a good approach. Flatter delivery, this time he sweeps. And it goes between the man from the short, long leg and the man deep on the square leg boundary. But only one has been had, 1 run. And the score goes on to 168. 168. He goes on to 56. It should be 169 actually. They just got 2 and then a single. Robert seemed to be in a part of a bother there. He's holding his right leg. Dancing down the wicket there is Pereira. Plays it into the offside. And a single has been had. The score goes on to 171. 171 it is for 3. It is a little bit of a bother there for the man.
Maybe just cramping up a bit. He has been out there from the beginning of the innings, so he's struggling with the running now. I think he's probably.
And he would have made 56, 57, somewhere there. Hit 1 boundary, at least I said 2. These days they say over is not a boundary, but that is what I don't understand. They call it the max. And he has been replaced by, we have to get that new name. But Roberts has come out retired hurt. Made 57, I believe. I will get that updated score for you. So it is Weeks, the batsman hitting it high into the air. Will the fielder get it? No, he loses the fielder. He picks it up on the bounce and they've got 2 runs. So the running continues. It's Pereira and we're not sure who the new batsman is, but he's the one who's off the mark right away with 2. The intention is to finish this over and finish it big. The score goes on to 171. I think it should be 173. Showing me 172 now. Onto the back foot, flashing hard and missing is the batsman. And we will get the name for you. It's not shown on the screen yet. Pereira is at the non-strikers end with 2 from 2 balls. And the new batsman has gotten 2 already from his first ball. Missed the second ball. Runs away here. That is Weeks. Into ball to, and this one gets under it, gets it over the infield. Nicely played, did not get the timing on it, but he got it where he would have wanted it, placed it beautifully over the infield, and they picked up 2 more runs. The score goes on to 174 for 3 into the 30th over. It is Weeks. Weeks in and onto the back foot, punches it this time, running on the stroke, takes a score to 175, and bowler told in the fielder not to throw it, not to give away any runs easily. And Pereira goes up now to face. Pereira, who has faced about 4 balls already, is on 2. And this batsman, and Watley has gotten 3, I think. 2 and 2 should be 5 for Watley. Pereira, who is on 2, is now facing. Here goes Weeks. Into Boto. And Watley gets out. That's Pereira hitting it hard and high. Will he get there? Oh! Just finally clutching it. You could see it with the 2 thumbs behind it. And he is off the field. I think it's going to be 2 more balls, I believe, to be faced. But it was the man himself there, Pereira, looking to go over the top. Nice catch taken. Jones, he settled under it. Looked like he was actually telling himself, I'm going to hold it. And he held it with all his might. You could see the thumbs behind it as he cupped it. You know, he decided, you're not going to get away this time. So the 4th wicket for Antigua Barbuda has gone on 177. We're in the final over. They're trying to get as much runs as possible. 2 balls are left.
A slight drizzle again, Frankie, and the clouds are heading towards Saddle Hill, which is always a danger sign.
That is so true. When it gets to Saddle Hill, it comes this way when it breaks, if it does not go right over. So there may be a much longer break at the end of this innings than we would expect. Let's hope that the groundsmen are prepared just in case it breaks. As Weeks runs away, has picked up a wicket. And flashing and missing. Oh my. And they're getting 2. And it would be 2 byes. 2 byes. And it's the end of the innings, I think, was the final ball. So the score would be 179. Curtis, they hit the 180 mark.
Yeah, just past my projected score, but 180 in 30 overs. Well, Frankie, Nevis would have a task on their hands because the overs might even be reduced further based on what I'm seeing here. A little bit of a rain will get out of this for the moment.
There you go. So Antigua Barbuda 179 by my reckoning. The updated score has not come at the end of 30 overs. And Watley it is who got 5 runs, I think. Watley, he went. Watley is not out. And Moore is not out. There were 2 extras in that final ball. And that final ball, they were byes. And I think the umpires are waiting. The groundsmen, they're going to need some help to get those covers on because the drizzle is coming down. They need to ensure that they get the wicket covered before it can get any further effect. Already we had to do some repairs on the outfield because of the showers ahead. And so we are going to see whether or not they are trusting it to break.
Wendell Macy Wallace is as relaxed as ever. He's going to just prepare the pitch for the next innings. He isn't worried about the covers for the moment. So we're going to break and we'll be back when the innings commences.
Antigua is out in their huddle, getting their final words together as to their approach in order to protect 180. They made 179 for 4 good knocks from Roberts, and it was, what's the name again? Joseph, Roberts and Joseph. They both got half centuries. Roberts retired hurt after a while, in the second to the last over, basically. So we're going to see what the approach of the division batsmen are going to be like. We see the last 2 bowlers who were used, Light Brown, the spinner, and the medium fast bowler in Leshawn Weeks. They're out there. Weeks, common name out of Montserrat. Remember Lesroy Cosmic Weeks, played for West Indies under 19, as well as Austin White out of Montserrat. I think he did captain the Leeward Islands under 19 team at one point in time. And So Lesroy Weeks, Cosmic. Don't know if he's alive and well. If he is, we say kudos to you. The likes of Basil Morgan, Jim Allen, Alfred Corrett. I think Alfred lives in the States. Very quiet man, seemed to be very reserved, but very aggressive in his bowling. Was a nice all-rounder in his day. I think of all the all-rounders around that time, I would have put Al Libert as number one. He would have been the best to me out of them. Never got the opportunity that he should have gotten in those days.
Frankie, I think we're going to watch closely the Antiguan fast bowlers. Antigua has a nest to rear fast bowlers. So let's see what their under 19 stock looks like. It would be interesting. The guy who is at long leg right now, I thought he was going to use the new ball, but I think he'll be using the ball from the far end. He reminds me of one of those big Antiguan fast bowlers from that guy at long leg moving around to his left ear. He reminds me of one of them. I can't remember the name, but used to be a pretty brisk medium. And this one here looks as if he could be a pretty lively one as well. So let's watch them a little closely and see what the Antiguan young fast bowling stock looks like.
This one looks like a lefty. So let's see if he's of a Hugo nature. Has number 49 on his back. They're looking to defend 180 runs. Goes around the wicket. And this is going through on the offside. No ball signal. Overstepping.
Maybe cutting the crease, I'm not sure.
Possibly. Could be overstepping. So Nevis is off the mark with one. There's a free hit coming up. And the man who is facing is light brown. Weeks is at the non-striker's end. Left armer goes away. Grand ball up on the pad. Ball must have been going down. Again. Yes. Wasted it. Wasted the free hit. I see that. Those guys capitalize upon you. You have to be sensible in utilizing such opportunities. Here's the left armer. He goes away from us. Into bowl to light brown, onto the pads. And it goes down the leg side. It's a wide ball. Collected cleanly by the keeper though. I think it would do him well if he would go around the wicket. I think he'd be more effective against the batsmen. Yeah. He runs in number 48 on his back, the left-hander. We need to get the names outside the off stump. Better ball delivery. And he played at it. Yes. Being teased and taken cleanly by the keeper. Ball moving away from him and he followed it. So Nevis has lost their first wicket. It's 1 for 1 in the first over. Chasing 180 in 30 overs. A disappointing light brown walks back. Looks rather dejected, but he can only blame himself. That one he could have allowed to go through.
I know they might have been told that they need some quick runs early, but that was way outside the off stump. Light brown was chasing after it. Really extended the bat a long way. Got a faint edge and he's gone.
And the man locally known as Pluck. Will he pluck the ball away? And he goes out rather aggressively. Will he be aggressive in his action?
Well, so far, he has batted 2 innings and made 80 plus in one, and I think maybe in the 30s in the second, so should be in pretty good nick.
Yes, he was the one who made 80 plus in the first game, in a losing cause, and yesterday 30 something in a winning cause. Yes. They lost just 2 wickets yesterday, Nevis, getting to 102 for 2 against St. Lips a gully. Backward square, very attacking field, backward point, extra cover. Left armer goes away from us. Into ball to pluck. It's up there. And what is going to happen here? Oh, almost a run out. Ball came off the inner edge of the bat onto the pad. And they took off crazily without even recognizing that the fielder was approaching very aggressively. It's just that he missed the stump. Had he connected, we would have had number 2. But we've got to wait and see what again will happen this time. Weeks is going to be facing.
Nervous times here for Nevis, and I think the plan originally was Weeks, who normally would bat in the lower order of the innings, was sent up top to probably have a couple of heaps. I don't know what his plan would be now. Left alone.
Left alone. It's a wide ball. This time he did not do like his partner who was gone in light brown following it. He just padded up, allowed it to go through. So we've got 1 leg by 1 run. It's 2. Had a no ball. Here goes the left armer into ball to. Oh, Weeks almost attempted in going to do the shot. He pulled out of it early enough. It's the end. We won more ball because he had a no ball in the start ball number 2. And
I could tell you, the Antiguans, especially the man at first slip, they're chirping out there. They're saying a lot of things for Mr. Weeks to hear.
Well, it's the name of the game, and especially if you're on top. It's always good to keep the pressure on the batsman. Here goes the left-hander. Quick shot, and gets onto the, again, looking to go for that run, but the man there at backward square picked up cleanly. Wisely so, they turn back. I think it's 2. It's 2 runs, I think it is, for 1 wicket. Over number 1, not completed yet. A lefty from the northern end passes umpire. Somerset jumps, delivers, tries to dig it in. Oh, it went uppishly wide of the man there at gully. It is running away to the boundary. They're hustling for it. And the outfield is a little bit slow because of the earlier rains we had. And they had 3 runs. Well run indeed. Weeks. And 2 runs. Pluck was the man who was facing. No. Weeks had gotten off the mark here.
Oh. No, that was Weeks. Weeks played that.
Weeks played. So it's 3 runs. So that's 3, 1, 4, 5. It should be at the end of the first over.
But that wasn't, it definitely wasn't a shot of confidence. He was more just hanging the bat out to dry, really. Took the edge. If there was another slip in place, it might have been just another one coming back to the pavilion. But they got free. Good for Nevis.
Ran beautifully. One step to the right of the fielder in position would have given him the opportunity to be closer to the ball. But he was just too far away. And the ball passed very quickly indeed too. And so,
guy I was telling you about, I think it's Merrick, He reminds me something of Anthony Merrick.
Bow-legged.
Yeah, and he was pretty quick too.
And well built. Merritt and Ferris bowled out Nevis here. I remember that. Merritt and Ferris. I think one of them went on, I think it was Ferris, went on to play for the West Indies. Both were of the same height, well built and pretty quick. Here he comes, tall, allowing this one to go through. It's a wide ball, and so another run has been had. Anthony Merrick. But there's those from the days of old who remember Merritt and Ferris. Yeah, they replaced Andy Roberts and Carter. Remember Carter?
That's hitting, yeah. That's hitting the bat hard.
Yes, he's coming in. So he's putting, you call that a heavy ball. Yes, he's really putting the ball down. And the slipper going up to tantalize the batsman in Weeks. It's the name of the game these days. You go and you mess with the batsman's brain. Tall, right armour. Oh, outside the half stump allows it to go through. There's Weeks. And there's no run. The score remains on 6 without 6 for 1.
Here again, Frankie, I think they're missing something. First slip, very close to the wicketkeeper. Second slip, close to the first slip. Then there's the big gap. And then there's a man at a kind of gully. So that big space, that's where the ball went in the last over, in that space.
But then they had 3 slips at that time. So I don't know if they're going to revisit that thinking. He plays it up into the air. Someone is coming. Will he get it? Oh! In and out. But a very good attempt. And almost a run out as well.
Wow.
Had the keeper collected it on the first bounce, he bobbled the ball.
Apart from that, Weeks again making a fundamental error. He didn't shoot in his bat. Weeks had his bat in the ear and then just rested it in. It would have been a run out.
Yeah, the keeper did not take the opportunity on the first attempt. Else number 2 would have gone. First, by way of a catch, or secondly, by way of a run out. But that was not to be. So Nevis living here with a little bit of luck. What is going to happen as the fast bowler comes in right-handed and onto the back foot? This ball is hitting the bat hard. Hitting the ball, bat hard. And you know,
I think the mistake here, LeSean Weeks is not a cool defensive player. He's more a hit-out type. So when he plays a defensive shot, he looks a little awkward. So he's going back, the ball is hitting the bat rather than the bat hitting the ball. He's waiting for a big hit.
well, if he connects and connects with timing, it's going to go away. But the fast bowler comes in. Beautiful bouncer indeed. Well. Put his back into that one. It flew across the face of the batsman. The wicket keeper was very elated, collected it, almost ran down to give the bowler the ball.
The Antigua team, the color reminds me of masquerades. LeSean Weeks was doing the limbo.
For sure, he got out of the way. Luckily for him, because that ball came through. It's a tearaway ball it was. Very fast indeed. Antigua, reputably known for producing fast bowlers, have 2 on show right here now. Fast bowler onto the back foot. This time he jumps and gets behind it. And it's the end of a beautiful over from that name. We would like to get the names of those players there.
Well, the thing about it is, these 2 bowlers really exciting the crowd here. Even though the supporters are supporting Nevis, I think they enjoy that. It's good to see a real fast bowler shaking up a batsman. And of course the slips buzzing and they're giving them some encouragement, giving the batters a little jib as well. They're jibbing them. So it's very interesting what's going on here.
And the reputable name of fast bowling is here. Michaelia Tong and Yannick Watley. We have 9 balls. Carlton Pluck has 1 ball from one run from 1 ball. And the score at this point in time for Nevis is 10 for 1 because they've gotten Michaelia Tong. I'm wondering if he's related to Gavin Tong and the others. But he's pretty tall, much taller than Gavin Tong. Gavin Tong was more medium height. For his age, he's very tall. Here goes the left-hander in Watley. Flashing and missing his Pluck.
He just played within it, inside of it.
So we're into over number 3, 10 for 1. Nevis looking to get 169. We have been corrected here. Needed in 27.5 overs. So a run rate required for this particular total is going to be 6.07. The left armer in Yannick Watley goes away to bowl to Pluck. Flapping this one into the outside. Did not get any timing on it. Just ended up in playing it into the ground. And there is no run. The countdown of the last 2 balls and the last 1 ball as indicated. Here goes the left-hander. In Watley into bowl to Plung. And this one he gets beautifully into the onside. Pulls it away with a short arm pull. Picks up a boundary. That's Pluck. And the score for Nevis goes on to 14. And that's Carlton Pluck. He now His score should go on to 5. Carlton Pluck getting a lovely shot indeed. Nice short arm pull. So will Watley venture there again? We'll wait and see. Look at the onside. 3 people, 3 fielders. The man down on the long leg boundary, forward of square, and a man at short mid-on. Here goes the left armer. Into easily Pluck comes forward, showing him the face of the bat into the offside, and there is no run. They've got 2 slips and a gully, a backward point, cover, extra cover, resting field setting. 3 men on the onside, and the bowler is bowling a pretty good line and length. He stops now, does not deliver, misses his run. The score remains on 14 for 1. Cloud cover coming over. Sun is going in under it. Will the bowlers utilize it? He goes this one. Trying to get something out of the wicket. You could see him putting his back into it. And there is no run. But nice delivery. It's the end of a wonderful over. Just the boundary. And the score remains on 14 for 1. Nevis with Pluck on 6. That's 5 off of 6 balls with 1 boundary, and Weeks on 9. From the southern end comes Michaeli Tongue. Passes umpire Brown. It's one outside the off stump. It's wide, and the batsman shoulders his arm.
I'm seeing something here with Weeks. He seems to be going back in his crease. He's anticipating the bouncer. If Tongue is watching this closely and he has a good Yorker, Weeks could be in a lot of trouble. Weeks needs to be a little bit more watching for the ball rather than anticipating a particular ball.
Or a snorter, like in the last over. He's got to be careful. Here he's waiting. Again, he waits, allows this one to go through.
Good carry.
And nice, yes. Ball is coming through nicely for the young man. And looking good. So, good afternoon to all what they're having on show here. 2 lovely fast bowlers. Everett Carter and Andy Roberts. Now we've got Tongue and Watley. We have had Tongue in days gone by. And, oh my goodness. Again, trying to get a cheeky single there. They're going to have to be careful with the run in between.
You realize what happened just now? There was the Yorker. He was back in his crease. Just barely got the toe in of the bat. He should have been on the front foot.
Definitely. So Tongue is using his head wisely, setting up the batsman. The score goes on to 16, I think it is. Here comes Tongue, Michaeli Tongue. Shot, nicely played, cute away, beautifully by Pluck. He plucked this one out of the sky. Yes, ball goes into the boundary for 4. Score goes on to 20 in the 4th over. Tongue digging in this one, but Pluck was the better of it. Yes, got under it beautifully and dispatched it into the deep long leg boundary. Carlton Pluck that one out of the air. Here is Tongue. What will he do this time? It's overcast and they're trying to use the atmosphere. Let us see. Beautiful ball. Did not put it in as he would have thought the batsman was looking, and he just dropped it there just outside the off stump, and it went through, beating the batsman who was looking to play the ball off the back foot. Have some lovely carry there, Tongue, using his head wisely. We have seen some wonderful cricket here. 20 for 1 in over number 4. Nevis needing 159 in 26.2 overs. Nicely played this time, did not get up as he would have anticipated the bowler, but the batsman was the better of it, got on top of it, played it into the onside, they picked up a single, the score goes on to 21 for 1. So it is 1.5 overs for Tongue, 9 runs off him. 2 overs for Watley, 11 runs off him, 1 wicket. Here he goes. And this one hitting it beautifully. Getting under it. Getting under it this time is the man himself, Weeks. It's Weeks.
That's what he was sent there for. To play shots like that.
Yes, but that was the understanding that I got. He sent out there as a hitter like Nareen to get the ball away early.
So instead of waiting for the ball to hit the bat, this time he made the bat hit the ball. And that's the difference. That's what he's accustomed to do. Hit out.
Yes, and it was not as quick as the deliveries before. So he got the measure of that one and got under it and hit it over the wideish mid-on into the boundary for 4. So Pluck, who is there on 10, as Watley runs away from us into ball 2, and he gets it solidly behind and not finding the placement, but came off of the bat sweetly into the offside, and the fielder came around and picked up cleanly right off the middle of the bat. Now they have to ensure that they find the gaps. They have to pick up the run rate. It's at the moment 5.92. Here goes the left arm in Watley. Nicely played into the offside, into the gap. It runs away to the boundary for 4. The man runs to retrieve, took a lovely slept nap, a nice nap. He slept on the hillside. Lovely shot there from Pluck, beautifully timed into the gap. The score goes on to 33, and Nevis looking to up the momentum. Boundary in the previous over, and 1 in this over already from the 3rd ball, and this is what is supposed to be happening according to the crowd. Here is Nevis looking to go on the attack. No adjustment in the field. Antigua still looking to take the attack to Nevis. Nevis looking to take the attack as well. Yeah, he plays this nicely into the onside, straight to mid-on, looking to play the gap. There's a yawning gap between mid-on. It's Pluck facing the left armer in Watley. Yeah, he goes. And outside the off stump, driving, getting a miscued shot. The diving man at the gully area was not able to get close in it. No, he was not able to get close to it. It was too far away from him, but he made a gallant effort to get there. So that's another boundary for Nevis. Deliberate shot, but it came off of the outer edge. He went hard at it.
I like the attitude of Pluck. He's fighting fire with fire. The Antiguans have an attacking field. They're bowling pretty quickly, but he's also not backing down.
That's what he was sent there for. Antigua, Brent Joseph got 86. He was retired hurt. Roberts, 57. Those were the main scorers. Right here now, Nevis is looking to take the attack to them, and they've picked up another single. The score goes on to 34 for 1. We're into over number 5, and we are looking to see. From 12 balls, he has 1-4, and Pluck has 18 from 14 balls with 4 fours. Left armer in Watley goes into bowl to Weeks. And it's one, beautiful Yorker. Weeks was backing away looking for the short ball. He was beaten by the bowler who was using his head. He came down hard, missed it altogether, and the keeper and the slippers were going up. Nothing to the Nevision batsman, even though Watley picked up the wicket. Oh, it's a full toss. Wow, going down the leg side. They are all looking for the short ball. He tried to get the Yorker in. It was full on the pad, but was going down the leg side. And that was from the bowling of the man himself, Tongue. He's into his 3rd over, 14 runs off of his first 2. And 3 overs for Watley, who's got 9 13 runs off of him and picked up the lone wicket. And imagine, out of his 19, his 3 overs, 13 have been dot balls. Just goes to show how they have been trying to bowl. When the Nevisians got a boundary, it was intentional and it was purposeful. So the batsman facing is Pluck, Carlton Pluck. He is on 18, and this time closer, and this time he's out. This time he's out. Whether it be LBW or from the bat to the pad, it went straight to the man at gully. And it must be LBW because he did not push out. I think he was looking for the short ball again, Curtis, as we have been saying, and he did not push out. And you could see he looked rather dejected when he saw that finger going. So the second wicket has gone for Nevis. It's the man Carlton Pluck, gone LBW to Tong. Tong has been using his head. He had been bowling short pitch deliveries, taking the odd one up. His first 2 deliveries in this particular over was foolish. One right onto the pad down the leg side and the other one short of a good length, and it caught Pluck on the back foot. He did not push out as he should have.
Amari Jones goes out.
The man who took the 2 catches. Well, he'll have to deliver with the bat now. No! Flashing at it outside the off stump. Wicketkeeper did not collect cleanly. And they're running for 2. He's out. My goodness, he got home safely. That was a close one.
What I've noticed is that these guys are not shooting in their bats. They're just resting in their bats, and that's not good. Not good running at all.
Not good running. So the score goes on to 29. It is for 2. And we want to ensure, as we bring it to you, that we give you a good game. It is up to the division batsman to bring that taste to you. We will bring it as they deliver it. Needing 150 runs from 25.3 overs, I think. And we have got 8 wickets in hand. Here goes Tong. The ball to the left-handed batsman. And this one is down the leg side, wide ball. Here comes Tong. Up onto the pads, played nicely by the man himself there. Looking, Jones, that is, looking to get 2. Did not at this time. And so he moves on that off the mark. Yeah, he goes on to 1. Pluck, gone. LBW for 18. Light brown went caught for 3. For naught, sorry. And so Nevis in a spot of butter. 37 for 2. The man Weeks out there is on 10 as he faces up now to Tong. And this one, he's hitting it sky high. And a beautiful catch taken. Yes. He went forward, he came back, but apparently because of the overcast conditions, he picked up the ball very late, but came off with a beautiful catch. Nevis loses their 3rd wicket. The man himself, Weeks, has gone, caught down on the long leg boundary of the bowling of Tong, who has been bowling magnificently all day.
His coach is still not happy. A man is getting the wickets and shaking up the batsmen. The coach still doesn't seem to be too happy. I don't know. What do you read into that?
Well, Thomas, who has spoken to the bowler, is a fast bowler himself. So he must have an idea as to what he's looking for from his bowlers, perhaps asking them to bowl a little bit tighter. There's some concern about the ball, and the umpire is going to consult with his counterpart, but Nevis is in big trouble. 54 for 4 in 10.1 overs, needing 134 in 19.5 overs at a run rate of 6.76. So far, they have lost Light Brown for 0, Deshaun Weeks for 10, Carlton Pluck for 18. Omari Jones is not out on 16. Jevon Manners, he went for 1. And Rajani Dida is the non-striker.
No,
he's now going to be facing now. He's going to be facing now Rajani Dida. Last person went was Jevon Manners. He was out LBW to Cornwall. McCarty. We see left arm Cornwall coming forward to the ball is the left-handed Jones, and there is no run. He's 15, not out. And he has to stay there even if he is to make any inroads. But it's going to be an uphill task. Flat on delivery. This time he drives it. Oh, officially dropping one bounce in front of the man at mid-off. And there is no run. Here we go. As he fixes his clothes, make sure that he's tucked in properly. Left armer in Wendell Cornwall likes to know that he's there with himself fixed by this one is played into the onside, down to the long leg area, and the man picks up the ball. Is it? It's 2 runs to him. That's Jones. So Jones moves on to 17, 11. Going up. Umpire is on move. It's the end of another Wilden Cornwall Jr.'s over. That will be 3 overs for him. He has 11 duck balls, 7 runs off of him, and 1 wicket. Wilden Cornwall.
1?
I think it's 2 wickets, you know. Let me see. Yes, 4 wickets down. 4 wickets down for 57. Fast bowler Tonga 2. Here's Mackenzie, the other bowler from the right arm, from the southern end, the right arm spinner. He'll be bowling to Dida. Dida tucks it off his body into the onside, runs quickly, and there 2 runs are available. He's running beautifully, and again running with the bat in the hand and just putting it down when they get into the box. That is very dangerous. So Dida moves on to 3. The score goes on to 59 for 4. 59 for 4. Fall of wickets, Light Brown went for 2 balls. The fall of wickets, Light Brown was 1 for 2. It was Carlton Pluck. It was 2 for 34. Weeks 3 for 38, and Manners 4 for 54. Those are the fall of wickets. The ball was played straight back up from Mackenzie by the right-handed batter in Dida. Dida, who is on 3. This is the right-arm spinner. This one plays it straight back to the bowler, and there is no run. It looks solid. It looks he's getting behind the ball, but will be able to carry on. It doesn't look bad at all. Looks to be comfortable against the spin. As Mackenzie throws the ball from hand to hand, comes in now, bowls. That's a delivery. Those are googly, and it beat batsman and keeper. It's run away to the boundary. Pulled back by the young man from the short. That's the man over there in the long leg area, and it is a good reception from the other man who backed him up. Got the ball back in. So 2 runs more to Didier. He goes on to 5 from 5 balls, but that was a beautiful delivery from Mackenzie. So he's yet to get a wicket, but he has been bowling well. Here he comes. Back of the hand. And beats the batman. Ends up.
Should have been on the front foot.
Wow, beautiful delivery there. He's on to the back foot, playing and missing. Straight into the gloves of the keeper, who this time held on cleanly. What is going to happen here now? What's the thoughts that are going through Mackenzie's mind as he comes in, shortest delivery, and then playing nicely. Oh, getting himself in a spot of bother, not positioning himself well. Was the fielder down there at that long leg area, and the batsman has picked up 2 runs. Dida goes on to 7. The score goes on to 63 for 4. Oh, it's a no ball. So that would be 64. Now he cannot get a wicket with this one except by way of a run out. But what delivery will he give to Dida? Comes in, passes umpire Brown. That delivery onto the back foot. Dida flashing and missing, goes through to the keeper. It's the end of over number 9, over number 10. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So it will be Cornwall, the left armer, Junior. Wilden Cornwall Jr. walks in bowls now. And this one is a foolish delivery, drives into the offside, into the gap. Man from Whitish mid-off is chasing. He picks it up now, and they've got 2 runs. So Jones, the score what most likely will be about 18. The score goes on to 65 for 4. 65 for 4, and we are into over number 12, I think 13. Left-hander, into the next left-hander. And Jones comes forward easily, playing it into the offside. And there is no run. Wilden Cornwall Jr. And this one hits straight back. And it's going to be 1 bounce to the fielder coming off the long on boundary. And 1 run has been had. Jones moves on to about 18. And the score on to 68. We have lost our scoreboard from in front of us. We're waiting for the technician to come back to fix it for us. But in the meantime, we'll keep giving you the tally as we go along. It's 68. It's going to be the left armer in Cornwall to go around the wicket. Around the wicket to the right-handed batsman. He drives it obviously. Wow! Is it taken? Or did he bobble it?
Taken.
It's taken. He collapsed on it. It looked to me like it was on a second attempt. But a very good catch indeed in the end. And so the 5th wicket for Nevis is gone. 68 for 5. We just saw a drop catch going down off the final ball of Wilden Cornwall's over by the keeper. He has been a hit and miss all the time. There are many times he dropped the ball, and this time there was an opportunity for a catch behind the wicket, and he dropped it again. He has got to be consistent in his glove work. So another wicket going a begging for Antigua. Nevis would have been 6 down had that catch been taken. It's 67 it is for 5. I think that would have been the 13th over, if I'm not mistaken. It should be the... It's a new bowler. And he's making his changes, setting his fielders where he would like to have them. It's a slip, backward point, square cover, extra cover. I'm at that widish mid-off. Man down on the long on boundary. A man on the deep square boundary. Couple of steps inside. Widish mid-on. And the man here at a short on the 45, the short long leg. To the back foot. Playing and missing there is Jones. And there is no run. Keeper collected cleanly this time. Will he continue that? Just missed an attempt for his team in getting the 6th wicket. He is a right and left arm spinner. Right arm, sorry, comes around between the umpire and the stumps. And there is no run. Jones plays it to the man there, short extra cover. Score remains on 67 for 5. Nevis is looking to get 188. They're supposed to be in the 12th over, I think. Comes forward, pushes it, and they're looking for a cheeky single. Feel they're not responding well at all, and so the single has been had easily. 166 it is for 5. Three balls in that over already. New batsman, I'm not sure who he is, a left-hander.
Yeah, not sure.
Settles in. Here comes the bowler in between the umpire and the stump. Catches the delivery. Driving and missing again. The people not collecting cleanly. So we have got two lefties at the wicket. Freeman not yet off the mark, faces, and this one he allows to go through. Keeper collects cleanly this time. One more ball to the over. 166 it is for 5. Nevis chasing 66 for 5, chasing 188. And this one comes off the pad, and there is no run had. So 66 for 5 Nevis. I think it's the end of the 12th over, and it's a 30 over encounter. They're looking to get 188. It is 66 for 5, so 122 needed. Wilden Cornwall Jr. looks like he's going to bowl his spell right through. Been bowling well, keeping the batsmen quiet. Been picking up the odd wicket here and there. Here's flatter delivery again. This one, Jones on the back foot, chops it down into the offside, brings the man from the backward point area into contention. The wicket has been a single has been taken, and the score goes on to 67. 67 it is. And they're making an adjustment. They're going to put in a second slip, or a slip and a gully for the left-hander. This time it is going to be Freeman who is facing. Len Cornwall in junior into bowl to Freeman, the taller of the two left-handers. Plays it easily into the outside, and there is no run. So Nevis with 5 wickets down. Their backs against the wall. The run rate is they're about 106. That's 68 now for 5. That's a wide ball signal. 68 for 5. Looking to get 188. Left-handed. This one comes forward, lays it in front of him, and the man at backward point feels, and there is no more or less about square cover, because they took the man from backward point and put him into a second slip now. He was in a gully position, and it's onto the back foot, pushes the batsman back, and the back foot comes forward pushing it. He goes back and comes forward pushing it out of the box. His feet are still planted in the box. No movement out of the box. They tend to go back. And here he is, right up. This one now driven into the outside, brings the man from Whitish mid-off into contention, and he is off the mark. This is Freeman, the taller of the two left-handers. The score goes on to 69 for 5. So Cornwall most likely will be in his final over, I think. It's 30 overs, so the most a bowler can bowl most likely 6, unless there's an option. Here is flatter delivery. This one down the leg side, pulling and missing. It's a wide delivery. The keeper did not collect, but the slipper came around and stopped. Effected the stop. Left-armer Wilden Cornwall Jr. has kept the division batsman quiet. This time, whoa, looking to hit it, but did not get it where he wanted it. It came 1-2 bounces to the man at Whitish mid-off. It was to try and get it into the onside. He was looking, but only squared up and got the ball over to the mid-off area, who was in the wide position. 2 bounces. It most likely will be the end of his spell, as Lovely feeling by the bowler to his own bowling. Shot played straight back by the left-hander in Freeman. That's the delivery up. Nice. Right up into the black hole. He comes on easily on it is Freeman. Back to the bowler. So it's been the bowler to Freeman, back to the bowler. Slip. Backward point, square cover, extra cover, wideish mid arm. Offside field. That's a delivery. Short. And it goes through to the keeper. Batsman playing and missing. We've got a man at short, long leg, deep. A man play in the deep mid-wicket area, 3/4 of the way to the boundary. Wideish mid-off and a man down that long on. He comes down easily on it. A slow delivery from the bowler, and there is no run. Here he comes, right arm spinner. This one coming off the pad, he attempted a shot, but he did not connect. And it is leg by, the score goes on to 69. 69 for 5, Nevis. Might be just one more ball in this over. We'll wait and see. Now it's Jones will be facing. He's somewhere on 19. Right delivery, and he dispatches it beautifully into the offside. It was a bad delivery, short and wide. And Jones, it is to put it away into the backward point boundary for 4. Score goes on to 7.
Two steps in place for Freeman. So he was already dropped behind by the wicketkeeper, and so they're trying to ensure that if it comes back a second time, something is going to happen behind there.
16. Cornwall's final over. It's 16 overs on already. This will be over number 17. We started from this end. About what, 68, I think, for 5. No, we had a 4, so it'll be about 72. Go on, Brownie.
5 wickets down.
So over number 16 has been bowled. It's over number 17. 77 for 5. He led beautifully to his own bowling, Cornwall. I think he has picked up 2 wickets. Tong has picked up 2. And Watley picked up 1. Turn a flat delivery onto the back foot, looking to punch it hard, was Freeman, and there is no run. Bowler fielded to his own bowling. They have made the adjustment, put the backward point back in position, square cover, wideish extra cover. Here is the left armer in Cornwall. Short, flat, and here is looking, and it's over, is it? Run out. I was wondering what was going on. He moved, he was sleeping, he was on the back foot, but the ball was hit straight to the fielder.
And hit hard.
So
that
he
wasn't
had
a
much
run,
time,
really.
not much time to get there. So Nevis has lost their 6th wicket by the way of the run-out route. They're about 72 for 6.
And
Jones, the mainstay is gone.
The way it looks, it's all over by the shouting. The fat lady, I think, would be somewhere close. I don't think the Nevis batting goes deep into the second half of the batting, so I think we're pretty much into the tail.
Let's hope it's not as lethargical as they're fielding.
I'm wondering if Tongue is anything to Gavin Tongue. We may just find out from him.
Nephew? Okay, thank you. And Watley is related to Cornell Watley? Yeah. Okay, that's you? Okay. Getting some information there from Al Watley, a reputable cricketer in Antigua, and Gavin Tong, the fast bowler here, we understand is his nephew. Bowled pretty well, both of them. Left armer and right hander. Left armer in Watley and right arm fast bowler in Tong. Bowled pretty stiff. Effected 2 wickets for himself. And Nevis on the back foot now. It's 6 wickets down for about 72 runs. And it's the end of the over for Wilden Cornwall Jr. And I think it would be the end of his spell. It would be over number 17, I think. And the Antiguans are going out. There's a right arm spinner. That's a delivery, hit straight, back over. Fielder comes around from deep from the onside, long on and collects cleanly. There's 1 run had, score should be 73 for 6. Nevis looking to get 188. Now, it's the new left-hander, not sure the name.
A lot of left-handers.
Yep, quite a number of left-handers. Right arm spinner between the umpire and the stump. And drives it into the offside, to the right of the man there at backward point, and they're hustling too, getting it quite easily too.
Right.
Right arm spinner in between the umpire and the stump. Looking to sweep, it's a wide delivery. Missed his line there, the bowler, but the batter missed some runs, missed out on it. Should have dispatched that fine or square. That delivery allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. So after starting off beautifully with the fast bowlers, who got some runs hit off of them, but they were able to peg back the division batsmen, the spinners has put on the pressure and has picked up the other 3 wickets, 2. A new batter whose name we do not have, but Freeman is still out there. Who's the batsman batting up there? And who's this one here? 20'S. So Freeman has gotten his bat. Will we see a change in attitude in his batting? What will his approach be? There's another spinner who replaces Cornwall, who's coming on from the northern end. You will get the name. Athanase? Okay. Young Athanase. He's going into bowl to Freeman and hits it into the air, miscued shot, but it goes over the head of the fielder. It's running away to the boundary, and it slows up, and they've picked up 3 runs. Yes, they've picked up 3 runs. So the intention of Freeman is to go at the ball to get some runs, perhaps put a respectable score for his team on the scorecard. Athanase, the ball to the next batsman. Receives now from Athanase. Ball somewhat like his dad. One tricky single, and the score goes on to 75, I think it is. That's one is doing some repairs to his clothing. And signal to the, I don't know if his jack strap is slack, but he seems to be okay with it. Athanase away from us. And the ball to the left hander. Short delivery, punches it into the offside. Beautiful feeling indeed by the man at backward point. He has been pointing to Athanase, he should stay by the stumps because the non-striker was advancing down the strip. Nothing is. And then down the leg side, comes off the pad, and there is no run. The score should be about 75. 75 it is. There goes Athanaze. Like a delivery overpitched, and it comes down to the long on. A single has been had, and it's Freeman. He's out there with Jones, and the score should be about 76 at the end. To the man, Jen Freeman hits it over the mid area of cover, and a man from long off comes around, and there is another run had. Score should be about 75. Phone ringing.
Hey, Boone, how you doing? Boone.
Right arm spinner. He drives it into the outside. Brings a man from long off the boundary. Single has been taken. The score should be going on to 76. And that was a run for Jones. There's a bowler to Freeman. Foolish delivery. And it is given. Caught him on the back foot. Looking to sweep. Caught him on the back leg. And the 7th wicket for Nevis is gone.
So you, the doctor don't see you and everything. The doctor don't come by you. The doctor came by you already.
This time dispatch. Foolish delivery. Got the measure of it. That's Wilkinson. Left-handed batsman again. Nevis full of left-handers in the bottom part of their batting order. No adjustment in the field. He was looking for that Yorker. Now he goes back between the umpire and the stumps. Trying, over the flashing hard was Wilkinson.
Where's your phone? Where's your phone? Where's your phone?
Ball goes to the keeper at the end of about the 19th over.
Them man serious, boy.
Watch it now, Ants.
Them man serious, boy.
7 down, right? What's the score?
Them man serious.
82,
93.
93 for 7.
You can play. Remember, I told you that.
What's the name again? Oh, you are Mr. Junior. Okay. Looked a little bit shorter inside their bowling. Must tell Daddy hello from the Claxtons in Nevis. Bowling. Athanaze picks up the 8th wicket. Nevis is 95 for 8. 95 for 8. Surely but steadily falling. The batting attempt has not been good. Has not been as positive as you got in the start from the number 2 and number 3 batsmen. The others have just flunked their way. He could have swallowed it up. He turned his back and it just streakily passed him. There goes the batsman, lays it into the offside, short extra cover, stops. There is no run.
He looks probably more fluent than a lot who batted before him.
Yeah, Wilkinson, he looks more solid. The score is about 97, I believe. For 8. Right arm spinner. And onto the back foot. Should have been going forward. Ball beaten. All ends up. Went through to the keeper, who held on to it for the first time for a long time. While that delivery. And he goes, strikes it beautifully into the offside. Striking it nicely, and it bounds from the fielder, but Daniel was not paying attention to pick up the second one. The 4 goes on to 95. It is for 8. Nevis with their backs against the wall. Over number 21, 22 I think has been bowled. Daniel strokes it into the offside. Should have gone through for the single, but Wilkinson was sleeping. Wilkinson told him to wait. But the ball did beat the incoming fielder, and the one on the outside covered. Keeper collects cleanly this time. Athanaze continues to bowl from the northern end. Passes umpire Somerfield into bowl to the left-handed Wilkinson. Comes easily forward, plays it back up to the bowler, and there is no run. Score should be about 93. We lost our technical connection, so we're just playing it by ear. 93 for 8. Onto the back. He's bowled him. Again, paying the penalty for not coming forward. Should have been pushing forward to a ball that was a fuller trajectory, and he was clean bowled by Athanaze. So that's the 9th wicket gone down for Nevis. Looks like they're not going to be making 100. 9th wicket down for Nevis, but we'll get the score. Browning.
Well, Nevis in a real hole here. 100 for 9, right, Frankie?
Yes, in the
100 for 9. Now, Yolano Smithon, this is very interesting, batting at number 11 for the Nevis under 19 team, and has batted in the local league sometimes at number 3 for Easterns.
Another left-hander.
He knows a little bit about batting. I'm surprised that he's batting at number 11.
Well, he has to show his prowess here to get promoted next time around. Oh my goodness! Sharp catch.
It was a sharp catch.
Very sharp catch
Cornwall
indeed.
can't believe it.
The slipper. It was just too much on him. Caught him on the shoulder and it went down. But was a beautiful effort. Nice ball from Athanaze. Came off quickly.
A really fast delivery, I could tell you. Surprised the batsman.
These are expected to happen when you have close-in fielders like that. A step back and he would have been able to cover it. It caught him right on the right shoulder. So it came off quickly and high. Comes easily forward this time. Comes down on it. Nevis. Just on the peak of the fat lady singing. 9 wickets down for 100. And onto the back foot. Punches it into the offside. Smitten. And it's the end of the 23rd over. Into the other fielder to go into the long off area. He's going back maybe 3/4 of the way to the boundary. The long on is going deep on the long on boundary, and Daniel comes forward, plays it in front of him, and there is no run. Nevis remains on 100 for 9. Looking to get 188, and it's in the 24th over. 30 overs, he turns it into the onside there. Easily brings the man from that backward square position to his right. And 101 it is for Nevis, the left-hander in Smitten. He'll be facing up. Got a chance of his very first delivery. Over number 24. Nevis, 101 for 9. Right arm spinner, after delivery.
It's quick.
It's wide. Went through rather quickly. This time I'm going to catch him with a faster one. But it was just too wide. The division batsmen tend to play off the back foot a lot. What you really do comes forward easily, plays it into the offside. This one was full of pitch. And there is no one. No run.
Back foot again.
Quicker delivery. Not going on the front foot. Could have been easily forward and resting it in front of him. He played onto the back foot. They beat him all ends up straight through to the keeper. Here is the right hand spinner flighted delivery this time.
Comprehensively beaten again.
He deceived him. Came off of the inner portion of the bat. Past the keeper on the left side.
No, he didn't touch the bat.
Wicket.
It's a bye.
It came off of the... Oh, it's a bye. So it came off of the pad of the keeper. Came between the batter's legs onto the right pad of the keeper. So 102 for 9. Nevis. Daniel gets a flighted delivery. And the fielder allowing the ball to pass his hand. It struck him on the knee.
Looks like Atenes.
Atenes. Strokes it nicely into the onside. That's Smitten. Picks up a single. The score goes on to 103 for 9. Nevis chasing 188. Right, Atenes lays it back. That's Daniel to the bowler. Atenes into bowl to young Daniel. Andre Daniel looking for a run. They were splitting this time. In previous times he wasn't. Perhaps wanting to get the strike. 103 for 9. Nevis in the 25th over. Strokes it nicely into the onside. Making an attempt there was the fielder to run out Daniel, but he was home.
Injured himself in the process.
Yep.
I think he'll be okay. They're young.
Dropped on his side.
Came off the bat of the non-strike, I think. And that's why they didn't run.
Yep. Atenes into bowl to the left-handed split.
Ball in the leg break this time. He's going to be out. This is going to be the last wicket. Ball in the leg break was a full toss. And he just left the ball there. Just to signal, well, I'm done with that. Done and dusted. He's now being chased by Cornwall, who seems to be a live wire.
Yes.
And Antigua has won this game comprehensively.
Yes.
So that's where we're going to leave you from the RT Willet Park. Frankie, thanks very much. And it's all over.
Always
Fat lady singing hard.
Oh, yes. Winning by some 80 runs, I believe. It's about 80 plus by the Antiguans. And the players are coming out. But, we can surely say that there's future in West Indies cricket for fast bowlers. A number of spinners around too. So it's going to be a toss-up when it comes to balancing teams going forward. But Tongue looks good. The left-hander in Watley looks good. And we still have Louis, who played for the Leeward Islands team. He's an up-and-coming fast bowler. And a couple of others. So we'll just have to look out and see what the intentions are as they go forward.
Okay, Frankie, that's where we leave you.